Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to review 10 word banknotes under UV light. In this series our first banknote is Mozambique 100,000 METICAIS. This is the front side of Mozambique 100,000 METICAIS without UV light. Let's put it under the UV light now. So under the UV light, the golden color is getting reflected. There is some pattern here and one line is getting reflected here. This pattern is getting reflected. On the left we can see serial number is getting reflected under the UV light. Let's check the back side of Mozambique 100,000 METICAIS. This is the back side of this bill without UV light. Let's check it under the UV light now. This golden pattern is getting reflected. Some word is here that is getting reflected. This logo is getting reflected on the bottom and on the top as well. Let's check our next bill. This is Japan 100 yen. This is a historical bill. This is the front side of Japan 100 yen without UV light. Let's put it under the UV light. Since this is a very old bill, there is no special marking that is getting reflected under the UV light. Japan 100 yen. Let's check the back side of this bill. This is the back side of Japan 100 yen without UV light. Under the UV light, no special markings are visible on this bill. Let's check our next bill, that is Bahamas $50. This is the front side of Bahamas $50 bill without UV light. Let's check this bill under the UV light. Serial number is getting reflected on the right and this block is getting reflected. There is one lizard that is getting reflected in light blue color. Here you can see. Let's check the back side of Bahamas $50. This is the back side of Bahamas $50 without UV light. Let's check it under the UV light now. Golden pattern is getting reflected on the bottom and on the top. Let's check our next bill. This is Trinidad and Tobago $1. This is $1 Trinidad and Tobago without UV light. I can see silver lining is getting reflected here without UV light. Let's put it under the UV light now. Number 1 is getting reflected in one square on the front side of $1 bill of Trinidad and Tobago. Let's check the back side of this bill. This is the back side of this bill without UV light. Some golden reflection is here on the back side without UV light. Let's check it under the UV light now. This middle portion is getting reflected under the UV light in golden color. Let's check our next bill, that is Nicaragua $1. This is front side of Nicaragua $1 bill without UV light. Let's put it under the UV light now. Some dots are visible, no special marking is visible on the front side of Nicaragua $1 bill. Let's check the back side of this bill. This is the back side of this bill without UV light. Nicaragua $1. No special reflection is there under the UV light. Let's check the next bill, that is Nicaragua 25 Centavo. This is the front side of Nicaragua 25 Centavo without UV light. No special marking. Let's check the back side of this bill. This is without UV light. This is with UV light, no special marking. This is 25 Centavo of Nicaragua. Let's check our next bill. That is CROATIA, 100,000 dinar. This is the front side of CROATIA, 100,000 dinar without UV light. Let's check it under the UV light. This beautiful pattern here that is getting reflected under the UV light, and there is some symbol or logo that is getting reflected under the UV light on the left. Let's check the back side of CROATIA, 100,000 dinar. This is the back side of this bill without UV light. Let's check it under the UV light now. Some pattern is getting reflected on the right, and some pattern is getting reflected in golden color on the left also. So that's a good security marking that is getting reflected. Let's check our next bill, that is Guyana, $20. This is Guyana, $20 without UV light. This is with UV light. Number 20 is getting reflected, and then there is some pattern that is getting reflected in the middle. Let's check the back side of this bill. This is back side without UV light, and this is with UV light. Some spots in blue color are getting reflected under the UV light of Guyana, $20. Our next bill is Honduras, 2 Lempiras. This is the front side of Honduras, 2 Lempiras without UV light. This is under UV light. Serial number is getting reflected. Number 2 is getting reflected here. Some golden pattern is getting reflected under the UV light. Let's check the back side of Honduras, 2 Lempiras. This is the back side of Honduras, 2 Lempiras without UV light. Let's check it under the UV light. Some dots are visible all around the bill. No other special markings are visible. Let's check our last bill in this series, that is Bhutan, 1 Ngultrum. This is the front side of Bhutan, 1 Ngultrum without UV light. Let's check it under the UV light. No special markings. Some dots are getting visible under the UV light. Let's check the back side of Bhutan, 1 Ngultrum bill. This is the back side without UV light. Let's check it under the UV light. Number 1 in a square block is getting reflected in a golden color, so that's a security marking. So guys, if you like this video, please subscribe and share. See you in the next video. Take care.